So how COVID-19 impacts your claim. Of course, you know, the virus itself has an impact in terms of disruption of business, but what we mean here is the government aids are generous, but they will affect negatively your SR&ED tax credits. But still, at this point, let's say that our recommendation is do not delay your claim. SR&ED is still a priority for CRA. Although in the first weeks of the crisis, there were delays in issuing checks from the CRA because the employees were not working, normally. Now the directive has been sent to all the employees of CRA is just make SR&ED a priority, make sure that the processing of SR&ED claims is expedited. As indeed, CRA is prioritizing refundable tax credits. And CRA has announced publicly that there will be no new reviews or audits for now. So out of these 3 points, the net result is checks are received sometimes only days after filing a SR&ED claim. So the objective from the governance point of view was, since we're going to support society, people, and companies, and we're going to spend billions of dollars to help them, we might as well, with existing programs, expedite the process so that the cash goes out as fast as possible. And that's the objective here. But now that doesn't mean that you have a free pass. It means that the audits may be done in the coming months or years instead of right now. So you have to be super careful, as the money you receive could eventually be questioned later, and you may face a situation where you could ultimately reimburse these tax credits. So watch out, CRA reserves the right to come back later. So you file fast, but file well. Now, to apply to these government emergency aids, you have to go through the electronic means that is called the My Business account with CRA. Now, if you don't already have such an account, do it now. It takes just 2 weeks to get it, to open it. And the CRA emphasizes the need to ask these subsidies electronically as much as possible, as there will be no face-to-face communications for the coming months. Now, keep supporting documents if you applied to emergency aids, and of course to SR&ED as well, because in both cases, the government seems to be very generous and very quick in sending checks to keep companies alive. But eventually, we will have to demonstrate the needs for this money, and to demonstrate that the companies who asked it were eligible.